Good morning, folks. How are you? It's a blessed day, wonderful day. Thank you, Father. So this is the Micro E-mini NASDAQ March delivery contract. And I mentioned this in a tweet last night on X. That is the low of the daily fair value gap. And this is the high, the darker line rather. And I mentioned how it was like just banging against the low of it. You know what that's like, right? Knocking on heaven's door. So what's going to happen is it's going to eventually bust through like SWAT. And if it's weak, it won't go to the high end of it. Notice what it didn't do. It couldn't touch the high of it. But it used the gradient levels that we use for inefficiencies and such. And price finds its way outside of it there. And if it's weak, it'll leave a gap unfilled, imbalanced, so it'll act as a breakaway gap to go lower in the direction of Tuesday's regular trading hours opening range gap high. And this is where it's been, what it's done so far. So the question I pose to you is, if you were using this level up in here to get short, there's several things you could have used. You could have used the breaker, that gap, which is the first inefficiency that is shown with displacement below that low. So there's first presented fair value gap there during London. Note the time. So even if this again doesn't make its way down to said regular trading hours opening range gap that everybody else forgets about, they're aware of the gaps. Everybody else that looks at intraday charting, they are aware of the phenomenon of a gap. But once it trades to another day, once it's already used that range, it's worked through it, they don't consider it useful anymore. That's what I'm trying to disrupt. I'm trying to take your attention back to it because the markets are algorithmic and they're going to refer back to these levels again. Even if it doesn't get there, it is affording you a draw on liquidity like a black hole pulling price down into it. And it gives you opportunity to make money. Even if you were just aiming for that, there's your 37.5 handles or more.